Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. In this episode, we will be taking a look at the Enlan EL-01, so stay tuned. A couple of months ago, I made a purchase on Fast Tech, and that was the Ganzo G704. And it is one of my all-time favorite budget EDCs, if not the number one in my head. But a lot of comments in that video were referencing another knife. They said, hey, if you like that knife, you should check out this knife, the Enlan EL-01. So let's take a close look at this. This knife, by the way, did come with this pouch. It's like a ballistic nylon, single stitched. Has a belt loop. You can see how big that is. It could accommodate rather large belts. Has a button, not Velcro, which I like. They have their little logo right there. But you know, an inexpensive case, but still not bad considering the price. And that is about 16 bucks for all of this. Again, this is another knife that I had gotten in Fast Tech, and I'll tell you, if you know which knives to get from China, you could really do really good, and you cannot find anything else in the world that will come close to the quality for the money. So this is a large budget EDC. This thing is beefy. It weighs 5.5 ounces, 5.5 ounces. That's pretty hefty. Another thing that's sort of interesting is, as soon as I saw this, it sort of has a Rick Hinderer style handle, which, by the way, this is wood, but you could also get a G10 type scales also, but this is the wood scales. I'm sort of gotten bored with all the black tactical looking knives, so I you know, got the wood just to change things up. You can see it's an open pillar design, but you have a lot of jipping right here, and it's incredible how good this feels in every type of hold. The reverse grip, because that curves down like that, it's an incredible knife as far as our ergonomics are concerned. Now, the way that you deploy this knife is you have a little kicker right here where you just sort of, and you can see that it's new. So right now I have to give it a little bit of a flip to get that out there, but as it breaks in, it'll definitely speed up, or you can put some oil in there. And you know, I was curious if there's liner, if the liner washers, they look like they're Teflon. Yeah, it has Teflon washers in there. They're not brass phosphorus or anything weird like that. Now, the blade length is 3.7 inches. That's pretty long. So this, again, is a large blade. The blade steel is 8CR13 MOV. You can see right there. Actually, you can't unless I don't glare the light in your face, but right there. And you can expect somewhere between 57 and 59 on the HRC, Rockwell hardness scale. This is the same type of steel that you can find on entry-level Spydercos and bird knives. You know, the 8CR13 is often compared to AS8, 440B, but it does have a slightly higher carbon content. So open length of this knife, when it's fully open, as you can see, is 8¼ inches. Closed length is about 4.5 inches. Again, weight is about 5.5 ounces. Again, wood for the scales in this particular bottle, or you can find this in G10. I don't know if I had mentioned the price. I don't like to get this deep into the video and not give you the price. This was around 16 bucks. That's what really makes this knife absolutely incredible. you're getting an awful lot of knife for $16. You can see it's an open pillar design there, so dirt will flow through, doesn't get all stuck in there. And you have Torx screws for construction, Torx, 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 Torx. However, they put this stupid weird freaking pivot screw right there, nothing there, and they got this weird thing there, so it really can't be adjusted unless you get your pliers and dork it up really bad. Some people actually will get out the Dremel and carve a slot in there so they could go ahead and use a regular slotted screwdriver, but right now, no side to side play, no up and down play. There's no need to adjust this at all. Now you can see this is a liner lock, but look at the thickness of that liner. And lockup is perfect. As you can see there, it's completely behind the blade, but it does have room to wear to your right. A little bit of jimping there on the liner lock also. Very, very beefy. By the way, these liners are skeletonized. Thank God they're skeletonized. I mean, this thing already weighs 5.5 ounces. If they didn't skeletonize it, who knows how freaking heavy this thing is. So, now you can see we have, there it is, a clip being held on by 3 more Torx screws. And this is for right-handed tip up carry only. As you can see, there's no other holes anywhere on this knife to mount it, so you're stuck with right-handed tip up. Also have a generous lanyard hole right there. Definitely get 550 cord through there with no problem. So I think it just about carried all the specs to you. So let's go ahead and do some tests. I already talked about the ergos, which are outstanding. Blade centering. You can see right there, it is almost dead center. Pretty good. I guess it helps if I sort of keep this in front of the lens. But almost dead center. There's no rubbing or anything, so blade centering is very good. The sharpness out of the box is really good. And then there we go. You can see, very sharp. You can also do the thumbnail test right here, see if it grabs it, which it does. Maybe I'll carve a little hair off my hand here. There we go. It actually, right there, just shaved hair off my hand. And I gotta explain that to everyone who looks at my hand. Great. Stab test. Again, I did not totally prepare myself, so now I have to reach down here, kill my back, get a piece of wood, so we can go ahead and make sure that the blade didn't have any kind of weird heat treatment, or it didn't get treated right. So just soft pine right here. We'll go ahead and stab that in there real good. I'm going to rock it back and forth this way just a bit. You can see that's in there pretty good. Rock it back and forth. Stab. I'm really stabbing this. Alright, so let's look at that point, and you can see it is unharmed. By the way, the blade is a drop point, almost spear pointish, and you got this weird looking thing here going on. I actually should have talked about this before I got into the tests. You can see a little bit of machining right there left over. So a little bit of quality control right there. Also, you notice that there's like a thumb ramp here. They jimped all this. They did all this jimping all over the place. And yet, one of the places where I would have put jimping is on this thumb ramp. But really, there's your hand's not going to slip. You can see how the flipper right here, or kicker, or whatever you want to call it, that you use to deploy the blade, when it comes out, it also acts as a hand guard. So, and the shape of this knife is very ergonomic. Your hand really is not going to slip. So, is it necessary? No, but it would have been nice to put it there. But I guess you got to keep the price down, which they really did. So, and you can see it's a satin finish, sort of brushed. I like that it's not bee blasted. Could have used a sharpening choil there, but I'm really pushing my luck. I'm so freaking picky. Alright, next is Pretension. Let's make sure that this thing doesn't easily just pop open in your pocket or moving there. So, very good. So, clip is not the strongest, but it's not the weakest either. So, if you're like running around and rolling around and everything, it could come out maybe out of your pocket. So be careful with that. And also, it's not concealed very well. You could see it would go down into your pocket and about that far, and all this would stick out. So it's easy to grab out of your pocket, but it does show. Okay, so things that I like about this knife: the pros, ergos, the price. Deployment is actually pretty fast. You know, you don't have thumb studs on here. It's just bang, open. Very fast for such a large knife. Things that I really don't like about this knife is, for the love of Pete, why couldn't have you put a normal freaking torque screw or something in there other than this weird thing? But man, I really do like this knife. I'm glad you all told me about it. I really recommend this knife. You really can't go wrong for 16 bucks. Fastech is where I got it from. You could get it in the G10 Black Tactical, or you could get into the wood style if you want something a little bit toned down, because this is a pretty large, beefy, scary knife. And I'm glad you guys told me about it, because I was like all happy and everything with my Ganzo G704, and now I got two outstanding knives from China. Don't diss all those Chinese knives. I'm sorry, but we do all live on the same earth. But it looks like they are really putting out some good knives if you know which ones to get. Just to give you an example, I haven't done a review on this one yet, but I probably will. This is another knife that I had gotten from Fastech, Chinese knife, and I'm not as impressed by this one. This one is from Senremino. I don't know, I'm probably just killing the name on that, but let me see if I can just get it out of here real quick. But this knife here, which I will do a review on, I bought because it looks so cool. But look how thin the blade is. It's just, I don't know. I'm not warming up to this blade quite as much. Look how thin that freaking liner is. It's ridiculous how thin it is. But I'm not happy with them all. So, alright, gotta wrap this up. It's getting kind of long, getting kind of late. So thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really appreciate every friend, viewer, subscriber, and especially you. And you who told me about this. That's a good night. Alright. Have a great one. Take care.